Hey, everybody. Wanted to let you know I get it. Talking about your own death can suck if you let it, but sticking your head in the sand really makes things a lot tougher for those that you leave behind. So, listen to these few things. I'm Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law, estate planning attorney in New York and New Jersey, and we provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you are seeking help with either estate planning or administration following a passing in New York and New Jersey, you can reach out to us for a free consultation at 𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 questions and share so together we can help some folks along the way. Now, I'm not going to jump into all of the reasons why you should have an estate plan. If you've watched any of our videos or listened to our podcast, you know there are way too many reasons why you should do so and circumstances to really ever explain them in one video. Instead, I would like to explain 2 specific examples of clients who we've helped develop and maintain their estate plans. And when the time came, it made it so much easier to resolve things. Now, keeping in mind that there's always going to be some administrative items to take care of at someone's passing. Doing the plan ahead makes a huge difference, okay? It's not like showing up to a vacation spot and winging it, right? Primarily because you're not going to be there. And without some organization, your family's definitely not going to have a fun time like an impromptu vacation, okay? So, first example. This happened recently. I had a call with a son. The woman who was his mom had a primary residence in an irrevocable asset protection trust, obviously to avoid from spending it down for long-term care purposes. She had kind of limited other liquid assets, which were owned jointly with her son, who was the only beneficiary. And while we don't always suggest that you use joint ownership as a tool, in certain circumstances, it may serve just that as a tool to help the family, but really limited times. Anyhow, after her recent passing, I've spoken to the son, and really we're only going to need to help set up his trust, his protected trust that's under the plan, for when the house is sold and the proceeds will be placed into his trust for his future use. Outside of that, and one tax return to reflect the sale of the property, that's it. No additional steps or headaches with the court or state. Now, not everyone has such a simple sort of asset makeup or a single beneficiary, of course. So it does get more complicated the more people or things that an estate consists of. Using example number 2, we have a married couple who had set up a revocable living trust that owned multiple properties and a bunch of liquid assets, all right, brokerage assets, investments, bank accounts, etc. In addition, they had some retirement and life insurance policies, and the retirement being, as we would suggest, was directed to each other, and the life insurance policies to their trust. Now, the husband recently passed away. So outside of just a few steps to roll over the retirement to the wife, surviving wife, and claiming the life insurance to the trust on behalf of the wife, the plan really, the revocable living trust and the plan we put in place years ago still exists and will be used by the wife for the remainder of her life. And it functions as it should and continue during that time. We do, of course, at that relevant stage, make sure that any outstanding assets are all under the trust to make it that much easier again through the administrative process following the later passing of the mom. So you can see at every stage, there may be little tweaks and changes, but the sooner you start planning, the much easier those transitions and ultimately conclusion of the administration will be for your family overall. I hope those examples helped. And again, I'm 𝗪𝗲 of Zammitti Law. We're an estate planning law firm in New York and New Jersey. We provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. You can reach us at yourplanningattorney.com for a free consultation. We hope you've learned something new here today. And please don't forget, share, and take care.